juice to find in Opalaka.
And I was so glad that we do have access to a phenomenal juice bar.
We got some at Juice to Find also. This is Fresh Juice Company.
She had the baby, but she had a seizure, 2 seizures.
You know where you came from, and you know what happened, and you see the results of what happened after. But you came through from being there.
My name is Fatia Doster. I am the founder of Juice to Find. I'm a mom. I am a visionary, a survivor, a conqueror, a friend, a sister, daughter. Having a near-death experience with preeclampsia when I gave birth to my daughter was how I literally decided I needed to do something different in my own life. And I want to encourage people to do the same thing.
This was awesome. Thank you for tuning in.
What's up, High Low News family? Hey y'all, welcome. I had to keep it real with my natural hair because we're going to keep it real in this chat, okay? Are y'all ready to talk about the debate scene around the hood, scene around the world, Craig? I am so ready. Y'all, thank y'all for y'all being here tonight. Make sure y'all get up. Let's break a record tonight. We hit 110 before last week. Let's break a record tonight. Y'all get y'all drinks. Y'all get y'all popcorn. Y'all bring y'all notes because we are here. I feel like this is a conversation everybody been waiting on. This the conversation everybody wanted to come and have it. Keep coming to High Low News. Keep bringing all the tea over here because what? Nobody breaks it down the way we do it. Nobody talks about it the way we do. Everybody else want to be all stiff and everything. We come over here and we keep it real. Okay, so let me see what y'all saying in the comments section. Y'all already know. Also, too, before we get into that, shout out to all the advertisers who took advantage of our free advertising today. As y'all saw, Juice to Find with her documentary. We were one of the video ads that we ran right at the top of the show. So definitely salute to everybody. We're testing out our different ad stops and live reads. So we have some live reads that will come up as well, but definitely wanted to shout out all of the businesses that took advantage of our free advertising today. Yeah, look, I hope y'all took advantage of it because today's price is not tomorrow's price, okay? Wait, what they say? Yesterday's price is not today's price, okay? So definitely we not doing that again. So if you ain't get you a free ad today, you just slept, okay? But we now have the biggest audience that we've ever really had, and the advertisers who understood, they understood. So let's get into these comments. I already see. Oh, y'all got they juicy. What's up, Claudia? Hey y'all are tuned in. What's up, Juice to Find, Fatia? Hey, thanks for the advertisement. Y'all check her out in Opalaka. Juice to Find, one of the fresh juice places, smoothie places in North Dade. Hey, Andrea, let's go. Hey, Mommy, I see y'all keepers in the chat. I'm ready for the full tea. Hey, y'all, got my snacks and my drink. Look, I ain't got no lemon drop tonight, y'all, but I'm high on life, okay? So we gonna get it going. We gonna have the energy going tonight. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all like it, especially if you are on YouTube. We're trying to get to our monetization level, so like it, comment, share it with people. If you're on Facebook too, like it and share it. That helps us with the algorithm. Our goal is to get monetized so that we don't have to always depend on the grants and the advertisers and that. In that regard, we still want that money, but we want this extra money too, right? So this helps us. And this is a free way for y'all to be able to support what we're doing here at High Low News, because I'm doing this right now on a wing and a prayer. And I know if y'all want me to keep doing this, we need to get monetized. Keep sharing the show. Yes. Hey, y'all in the chat. Yes, Sharice. What's up, Sharice? Check your email, Sharice, because we're going to have to run your ad next week, okay? You're welcome, baby. You're welcome. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Hey, the Candy Girls, my girl, my pageant sister, Sarah in the chat. Juice, baby, love it. Yes. Yes, I see y'all. Come on, y'all. I just like to shout y'all out. Oh, Daniela P. Daniela, do you want me to send you the link? Daniela is the president of the Miami-Dade chapter for the NAACP, and they were the host of the forum and the debate. So, y'all want to do this Tom Joyner style, and y'all call in, because we could drop that link if you ain't scared. We could drop that link if y'all ain't scared, okay? First of all, my text message is about candidate Te Mayonna Brown. Hilarious. Look, I don't know if I could imitate her. I could do Frederica, but I don't know if I could do Te Mayonna. First of all, Te Mayonna from the south side of Chicago. She can fight. I ain't trying to be tussling with that girl on 27th Avenue and at the Walmart. No. Not trying to tussle with her, okay? Hey, Claudette. Hey, Auntie. Good evening, y'all. Is my Auntie Lori in the chat? Hey. I haven't seen her yet, but if she comes through, hey, y'all. Oh, I forgot to send this to Julius and Alexis. Start with Brown. Y'all, it's hilarious. We appreciate you. Video was cool off the top. Yes. Mr. Free ad space, but I won't next time. Yes. Oh, we ran your ad for about 2 years in our email newsletter. Hey, what's up? Oh, Papa Keith in the building, my podcast co-host. We actually started our candidate interviews yesterday on That Part podcast. That's where we're going to do the congressional candidate interviews. So you make sure you are subscribed to Papa Keith's YouTube page and That Part podcast YouTube page, because that's where we're going to do the congressional candidate live interviews. And I'm going to see if he could connect my personal Facebook page, because y'all be watching over there. Oh, y'all. Okay. Let me see if there's anything in here. Okay. So everybody on YouTube, let me go over there. Yeah, they be over there on YouTube. What's up, Keith? Hey, Aubrey, Alexis, can you do me a favor and send a link to Julius for me? Because I did not get a chance to send it to him, and I want my good friend in the chat. Hey, y'all. Is Tony in the chat too? I hope all y'all get in here. Okay. I'm trying to get through the comments. Is anything y'all want me to say? Y'all ready to get into it? Hey, Connie, what's up? GMCDB girl. Hey, what's up, Alicia, Bethel, Tyler? What's up, friend? Okay. So we getting through the shout outs. I don't know if I could do her voice, y'all. I'm not Saturday Night Live. I can't I'm not doing voices for real. I was on Facebook for the lives. Now I know to be on YouTube. Yes, Meek Mill. Okay, so where we starting? Well, look, y'all slow the chat now. Y'all know it be distracting me. Keep up the good work. What up, Philip? What up, Kim? Yo, hey, what's up? Let's go. Let's get into it, Janae. Hey, not the voices, please. What's up, Thomas? Okay. I'll say. I'm trying to see if there's anything that I need to get to. Okay. I was just about to ask about. Should I go over there? Okay. So. Okay, so we got through the most recent. Y'all over there, y'all gonna have to talk to yourself. Oh, we got up to 71. Y'all better keep this going. Deliver, I feel like it's you. I feel like you was the one getting it up there. So let's start the show, y'all. Y'all ready to get into it? Y'all ready to get into it? Y'all ready to dip and do it? So we are gonna start the show. I have a whole running show and everything for us, okay? So definitely want to let y'all know that tonight's show is all about the Congressional District 24 Candidate Forum hosted by Miami-Dade NAACP chapter, and it took place at Florida Memorial. Let's give some quick stats. More than 300 people attended in person. More than 450 people watched online, and the race is becoming one of South Florida's most talked about elected races. I would even say Florida's most talked about elected races. So let's see. So the first we want to get into is the atmosphere. The atmosphere in the room, y'all. Was anybody in the chat? Was anybody in the chat there? Because I'm gonna tell y'all what I was told. I was not there in person. As y'all can see, I'm in a hotel. I am not in the state of Florida right now. But I definitely watched online. It was the highlight of my life, of my night, right? And so what was that? I'll tell you guys what the atmosphere was, and I'm gonna come read the comments if you were there. What's up, Tony? I was looking for you. Keep. And so it was electric. Alicia Bethel, you were there? Okay. What else would you guys, if you were there in the comments, let us know in the comments what the vibe was. So this is what the people couldn't get in here. This is what they told me, right? They said the atmosphere in the place was real live. They said it was real live. They said the people was like really going up. They said they was really going up for certain people. They said that it just was like really, really overall, the fact that so many people showed up for a local election like this is just to show that voter apathy is definitely is not at an all-time low, because we are tuned the FN, right? Okay, Cheryl, I see you, home girl. We're gonna have to get you on the show at one point. So right, I hear y'all. It was lively. Okay, it was lively and but also tense. I heard that too. Okay. We saw the torches in the bid. The torches was in the building. The torches was definitely in the building. So the YouTube comment section, I feel like a lot of people ain't giving the YouTube comment section it stings, because it was a live conversation between the people who were watching at home. I know a lot of people were given the Vimeo link first. I was one of the people who shared that, but then I went back later and found the YouTube page just on a search on YouTube, because I'm like, if they're gonna post this later, that means they gotta be streaming it live, right? So I went and found that link and shared it and tried to encourage people to go over there. And at one point I saw at the height of probably like 130 people were watching the YouTube, but we were over there getting our life. We was laughing, we was joking, we was giving our commentary, telling who we liked, who we didn't like. So the energy in the room was lively, and the energy online was lively. Can't y'all agree? So we all were tuned the FN, right? So definitely got to give everybody their things for making sure we were paying attention. So I would say this. Let's just get into it. We finna break. Let's do some candidate report cards. How about that? We gonna start. Y'all ready to do some candidate report cards? I might be down. I might be down with Meek Mill after that one. Save it, y'all. We gonna get into who y'all liked, who y'all didn't like, who won votes, who didn't want. I had to share this live on Facebook unquestionably. Yes, come on, Junebug. Okay, so y'all ready to start? Everybody came to campaign. Meek came to fight. We gonna get into that. Okay. So I want to break it down candidate by candidate. What's up, Marlon? I love you, Marlon. That's my attorney right there. One of the top attorneys in South Florida. Definitely one of the top philanthropists. Does all these amazing things. Y'all need to get into Marlon Hill. Hey, so I want to start with Shevrin. Y'all want to start with Shevrin? Okay, let's start with Shevrin. Big Shev walked through, had the biggest applause that I could hear from the YouTubes. If y'all was there, did Shevrin have the biggest applause? Tell me, put applause in the chat for Shevrin. Put Shevrin in the chat if he had a big applause if you attended the event, right? Because it was definitely clear that Shevrin went and got all the West Park, all of Miramar, everybody he know from everywhere, and they came in droves. They was roaring for him, okay? They were roaring. Now you over here live. I'm live. What's up, Larry? What's up, y'all? So Shev was said that had the loudest screams to y'all. Okay, his folks were deaf. They showed up. Okay, I was not expecting Meek versus Gilbert. Okay, we're gonna get into that. Y'all hold on. We gonna go by candidate by candidate. Big Shev. The noise meter was deaf in his favor. Okay, and so it shows. So as we know, here's the thing. Shevrin, as I told you, Shevrin supporters, y'all like Beyonce fans, y'all real fired up for Shev. Y'all don't care. Y'all real loud, real proud for Shevrin. So, that wasn't a surprise to me. Right? So let's get back into Shevrin. So, what did y'all think about like his confidence in his preacher style in delivery? Because that's one thing that I will say about Shevrin is that Shevrin, that Jamal Brown suit. Terry, not the night. Please behave, Terry. Please behave. Shev was calm and composed. Great job. And you know what? He gave to me, and not that Shevrin has not been a great speaker. He's always been a really, really great speaker. But what I will say is that I saw a different like to me like energy. There was like a preacher swagger, like a, you know, all like it was that it gave like he gave like stories and anecdotes. Like he definitely came in with a different, I would say for me, like a different, like a leadership energy that he gave in his responses. And so I thought that was, you know, for me, I'll get into that later on what I think these performances meant for voters, right? But we'll just give people their things. What do you guys think that Shevrin could have improved on, or like things that he could have like was probably some of his weaker moments? I think that for me, just talking to certain people offline, he gave like the strongest answer about education, because him being a former teacher, it definitely, you know, showed that he had that experience. But I think the question that Meek Mill, as we call him, Kendrick Meek, there was a question about things that he could have done while he was in a legislator. And so that probably could have been one of the things that could have been improved upon if he could have explained why certain things weren't done while he was in a legislator. But I also understand they don't have a lot of time to explain things. So hopefully when we interview him, we'll be able to give him more time to expand on things, and all the candidates to expand on things that they couldn't possibly expand on during the debate. So let me see. He was confident. Let's see. Great job. What's up, Andy? Hey, that's been Chev, been him all along. Okay. Definitely. Always been stories. We all know the stories of the night. Okay. He was very poised, but I want to hear more about him being the most prepared for Capitol Hill. Good point, Jasmine. Good point, Jasmine. Facts on what he has accomplished, receipts. The time of expansion was a limit. And that's true. That's true. So that's why we're going to be that's why I think candidate interviews are important, because a lot of times they don't get a chance to really expand on certain things and talk about certain things. So is that all we want to say about Shevrin's performance? Like overall, to me, came out with confidence, came out with the swagger of a preacher, and I wasn't surprised by his performance. Like I expected him to come out in the energy that he did, right? And with the applause and everything that he did. I hope the next debate gives the candidates more time to speak. There's actually a candidate debate going on right now for Broward County for Congressional District 24, but there was no information given. And let's just do a side note on these people who are, just for a note for people who are hosting these candidate debates, y'all have to do a better job of sharing the information so the people in the community can attend. This is the biggest complaint that I hear from people in the community all the time is we don't know when stuff is going on. And I am the news media. It's my job to be nosy for y'all. And if I can't find the information, I know the average person can't find it. And even with the Miami-Dade chapter NAACP and all of the people involved, y'all did a great job of promoting it and making sure people were there, but getting the information on how to stream it was just non-existent. I literally had to reach out to y'all through the press release information. Thank God for Daniela Pierre gave me the information, you know, but it just felt like that was an afterthought, that you guys didn't realize that everybody who can't attend in person would still want to watch this live. I give y'all kudos for thinking about it ahead of time to say, hey, we're going to stream it, but you got to advertise how we got to watch it, right? Like how the F we going to watch it if y'all don't tell us where to watch it at? So that's why I was really on it, one, because I'm remote and I wouldn't be there in person, but I knew other people who couldn't make it in person who wanted to watch it live. So I would just give the people who are organizing it, I don't know if y'all a little bit older and y'all think about those things after the fact, but we definitely need to let the people know ahead of time how to attend and how to stream live. If you don't have a live streaming component to your events at this point, you missing the mark, because everything is about these screens at this point. Everything is about these screens. And if you're not reaching people where they are, you're missing out. You're not connecting with the people in the way that they should be. Okay, so let me see what y'all saying. Exactly, Papa Keith. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I was sharing it from your page. Wow, thank you. Because I was like, I haven't seen the links nowhere. People was texting me all day. Janae, what a link for the thing. Exactly. How the F we gonna find it? How the F? Okay. See, the people who are hosted, you must promote. Yep, exactly. He has a congressional temperament. That's what you think about Shevrin. He held his ground and grabbed the room when he was needed. Okay, I see what y'all saying about Chev. Big Chev. Chev, I recognize all of his accomplishments. I thought that was very classy of Shevrin. Very classy to do that, because you know what? I want to go back to that point. This is what I was glad to see that a lot of y'all think that Shevrin and Oliver has this beef and person, like, they are cool. They were cool before this. They're still cool now, right? They're professional colleagues. They've been friends for years. And I'm glad that they were sitting next to each other so y'all could see that it's no beef between them. I know supporters and people get riled up and they had their views on things, and the candidates can't control that. But I'm glad that you guys were able to see that they actually don't have no issues with each other personally. This is a race, and they both are like, hey, you keep it classy, I keep it classy, we keep it moving. Right? We know one person who didn't keep it classy, but we're gonna get to her. I mean, to him. That was a Freudian slip in the sense of, y'all know I be saying the girls and stuff. I'm not trying to say that Kendrick Meek Jr. is a girl, but y'all know I speak in certain talk because of the community that I am a part of and have friendships with. So my best friends and my family are gay, and I speak like a gay man. And so they say girls and stuff like that a lot. And so I say it, but I just want to be clear that I'm not calling Kendrick Meek Jr. a girl, because I know how that could come off and I don't want to offend him. Yeah, it was def too hard to find it, and so many orgs on the flyer. Yes. And also too, the audio was bad at first. It was so low. Us watching it online could barely hear it. Y'all need to hire Munch, All Like Minds Media, to do audio from now on, because he would have got y'all right. I know he's a part of NAACP and is on the board, but y'all got to make sure that the things is ready for the online people. Please get it together. We only have a short time before it's time to vote. Yep. Thank you for sharing. Letting us know where to stream. Yeah, we were looking for the stream information. Gotcha. Team Chev. Let me see what y'all got. Okay. So I see what y'all saying. So now let's move on to Oliver. Okay. That question mark threw me off, but you're saying they were cool at the Juneteenth gala. High-low-ology. The Wi-Fi at Flomo was terrible for AT&T, so trying to share the link from the building was difficult. Gotcha. And I was told that people were trying to text me pictures and videos, but they was like, we can't share it with you. Put your have down like that. Okay, so let's get into Oliver. I'll give you my thoughts, my honest thoughts, and y'all get into it. So this is I felt like this. It was a little bit of a slow start in the sense of him hitting us with the zingers and the mic drop moments. I will say this. Overall, Oliver, as we all can agree, is a great speaker. He speaks well, very much a lawyer. So I think also too, sometimes when you're just always speaking well and you speak strong, sometimes it's hard for people to differentiate or like have a standout moment because people are used to it from you. So that's what I got from Oliver. And I feel like as he got, more into the debate, we had more of those mic drop moments, more of those mama said knock you out moments. And I feel like he ended strong, and it showed, more like that progressional energy and the stuff that people are saying about Shevrin. I feel like by the end of it, they were equal in their performance to me. And y'all, we just need to talk about it. We just need to talk about it. Not Shevrin. Oliver and Kendrick was not in my bingo cards for the people to be tussling last night. Okay. When Oliver hit back and said something about like you and your daddy up there begging for money in DC or whatever he said, he hit. We just gonna have to we're gonna have to talk about Kendrick and Oliver right now, because we don't talk about Oliver. You can't talk about Oliver's performance without talking about Kendrick's performance, right? We just really can't. You really can't. It sounded good, but the punchline seemed unprepared to articulate the questions. You talking about Oliver or when Meek Mill shot, he became triggered. Okay, that's what y'all feel. I feel like this. He was keeping it cool, and it was like, when you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. Like, and I had no problem with that, because clearly Kendrick Meek Jr. came in with a game plan to hit at the king. Like, he's like, I'm gonna hit at the top people, because he took a shot at Chev, not as hard as he took at Oliver, but he definitely understood who the front runners were, and he was making a statement. Also, too, none of us know him. None of us I don't know nobody went to school with him. I don't know nobody who friends with him. I don't know nobody who know him at all. So I feel like this was his opportunity to tell us who he is, right? show little bit of his personality. And I also think this, and not saying that it's an advantage, but it kind of is. Let me see if I can say this. I'm gonna just say it. It is known that he is openly gay. Now, have I seen him with a man or anything else? Just like Shevrin is openly gay and other elected officials are openly gay. This is what I've been told. Like, this is a thing. And the reason why I'm bringing up this point is because I feel like that as a gay man, you could take certain jabs and be shady in a way that a straight man can't. I'm sorry. And it's going to come off funny. It's going to come off a certain way. And I think he had that as his advantage, right? Because it's like, yeah, this is, let's be real. Especially gay black men will read you down, the best readers in the world. Okay. And I feel like he brought some of that energy to the debate. Right. I also feel like this too. Kendrick Meek Jr. is younger and not like connected in the community like everybody else. So I don't feel like he has these emotional bonds or respect that other people have. Cause it's like, I don't know y'all. I ain't grow up with y'all. So I'm gonna say what I want to say. And that's what it was given to me. I also feel like this Daddy Meek Mill gave him some pointers on how to come in there and make a statement. And make a statement he did. Whether that allowed him to gain votes or not, he definitely was memorable. People are talking about him. He was the one nobody was thinking about in that way. And he left that debate with people saying, y'all seen Baby Meek? Baby Meek got something to say. Baby Meek ain't scared. But he also learned too that Oliver is one that you hit me, I'm gonna hit your ass back. So that's playground rules, okay? And it was a very interesting exchange with them. And I'm gonna get to y'all comments. So y'all, I know y'all got some stuff to say, okay? But it's just me getting my thoughts out. But I will say this: do y'all feel like their exchange hurt or harmed them, right? Because it could be seen as one way. I will say this: before Kendrick started coming in with the zingers, I will say he had a haughty energy. This is my personal views, personal commentary, y'all. It felt like a haughtiness, right? It felt like I'm smart, I know this, y'all need to take my, I ain't from here, I've been in DC and I'm so smart. And it very much gave it gave a little bit of a talking down to, like, I'm above you girls. And I didn't really care for that. Also, too, I do think it's very, very, I want to say arrogant, maybe let's just say problematic to just pop out into a race this big, this powerful, this influential, and to say, I deserve to lead you guys because I'm so smart, but I don't have to do anything in the community in a real way, a real visible way to have these deeper connections to you all. And you guys should trust me to represent you in Congress. I do think with time, and I think he definitely showed us that he can lead us in one day, right? Especially on that congressional level. But I think that to jump out there and not have any deep connections in the community the way your mama, your grandma and your daddy did, I just think that's a little bit presumptuous and a little bit elitist. Yeah, it's giving elitist to me. And I'm gonna have an interview with him and we're gonna talk about it. He probably gonna read me my rights. That may be an interesting interview because y'all know I ain't gonna back down. But these are just my personal thoughts. However, I will give the young man this. After that showing, he run for something else. I think he got the community behind him because what we did see in him, he got a little fight, he got a little tussle in him, okay? But he had to understand that you stepping on the stage with some big dogs, you ain't just finna come up here and just think you finna say and do whatever and hit, and we ain't finna say nothing back. So that's what that exchange was to me. But I will give Kendrick Meek his things in the sense of, like, he had some smart answers. He was, had some good ideas around things, but I feel like that missing piece for him is we don't know you, we ain't see you, we don't got no connection to you. Who are you? You need to come into the community. It's one thing for people to know your daddy and to know you from that personal level, but it's something different for the community to know you. There's people who ain't never had a personal interaction with Shevrin or Oliver or even Rod Vereen or Monestime, you get what I'm saying? But they know of their work. You got to have that same type of connection. in the community too. Meek Mill, baby Kendrick. Okay, so let me get to y'all comments. That's my commentary on Kendrick and Oliver. So let me see what y'all saying. Shevrin Oliver had me stressed out. I feel those are the strongest contenders. Yep. I think it was tied between Shevrin and Oliver. I agree. Let's see what wait, y'all hold on. Oh my gosh, it's so many comments. I ain't gonna be able to get through all of these, y'all. The thing buffering. Y'all in here tonight. That's the problem. No one knows him like that. And it's not just because of who his mom was, because we know Paul. That's true. And we don't know the mama, we know the daddy and the grandma. Let's see what else y'all saying in here. He was trying to ride off the family name, and that's what everybody's saying. He's giving that. Who was openly gay? Shevrin and Kendrick Meek Jr. Is he not openly gay? That's what everybody keep telling me. And God forgive me if I'm outing him, but I just thought that was common knowledge. I like Meek brought up the fact that many of them kept talking around the clutches, like clear and direct. I agree. I like that too. Wait. Do I think y'all didn't know that? That's not openly known. It's not. Y'all didn't know that? Oh God, you just told me something I don't. We didn't have a lot to introduce himself. He had to make a mark. Wait. We're gonna have to go back to this. Got the attention on YouTube chat. I need somebody else to confirm this for me, because I've been told this by multiple people. So I just assumed this was just common knowledge, right? It made them both look shady. Both of them came off above, and I deserve this. Who you talk about, Denzel? At least Oliver did the work. I thought Kendrick opened eyes and earned credibility with YouTube chat. He definitely did. How has it contributed to the community? We don't know. Y'all didn't know? Get on him, Janae. Let's keep this dramatical political season. Hey, I may have to have a conversation with somebody, because I'm not in the business of outing people. I just thought that was no. It's a double-edged sword with these legacy kids. He spoke well and stood 10 toes down, but is he playing on a family agenda, or does he really have his own? That part. Oliver is going to show him how we do down here. He definitely is. He was definitely prepared. He has the competence, not the connection. I worked with his grandmother when she was in office. He definitely got her energy. Okay. Facts. Okay. Meek need to go sit in a lower area. I hope he does. Look, y'all. I love the hair friend. Thank you. Y'all get the likes up. Look, y'all. I'm just feeling some sort of way because I don't like outing people. Kendrick Shevrin has been in the local community now. Tally, who better to resent Washington? Kendrick is Gen Z. I think we naturally think we know it all. We be ready to stand up the old heads. I agree. That's that. And I like Gen Z energy, but there's also a method to just being prepared and getting experience. JJ, we gonna have to. I don't know if I did the protocol right. I am really tripping because I really hope I didn't out somebody, because I just thought he was openly gay. Oh, I didn't know he was openly gay. Y'all couldn't tell. Shevrin has been announced years ago. Why does Meek run in his hood? I'm not biting for anyone who is not from here. So Kendrick Meek Jr. is definitely from Miami. He grew up in DC, of course, because his dad was in Congress all that time. From what I've heard, he lives in the Brickell or South Beach area. Not sure if that directly is in the district, but here's the thing: you don't have to live in a district to run for a congressional seat. I.e., Debbie Wasserman Schultz running in Congressional District 20. We didn't know that. No, we didn't know that. I didn't care to know. I am so sorry. Please don't get distracted on their sexuality. Agreed. To me, him being openly gay doesn't matter, or closeted gay. It doesn't matter. Like, you could serve. Like, I'm just so. I'll say this. I live in 2040. Matter of fact, I live in 2140. Like, my views on sexuality and gender identity and all of that is very much progressive and very much advanced. I don't think that matters at all. I was just bringing up a point of like personality of gay Black men and how they read you down and how that's a benefit to him. But this does not matter at all. Clearly, like, look at Shevrin. He's openly gay, very much a man's man, very much like it doesn't matter. Like, right. So I hope that that's not being something. Well, if he wasn't, Hilo has opened the closet door. I am so sorry. It's not knowing them. It's what they haven't done in the community where they have worked and what they are planning to do for the community. And others are openly heterosexual. Next question, unless we need that convo. You're right. You're right. Why does it matter he's gay? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It does not matter. And I hope that y'all homophobia is not showing. I just was making a point. I was just making a point. It's not knowing them. And then in the community, you was missing someone. Oliver is well seasoned. Sorry. I mean, voting. Okay. I just didn't know they both was gay. Really? You ain't know Shevrin was gay? He wears like rainbow shirts. He's been at pride parades. Like, that's very much well known. I didn't know they both was gay, but the thought of it, Hilo News put the hammer to the nail. Guys, y'all making me feel bad. I'm about to end the live. I feel horrible. I think his family has been out of it so long. Just jumping in the cold, a little bit strange. Facts. Okay. Exactly. It doesn't matter. Let's move on from that. Okay. Is it true one of them is married? A couple of candidates are married. Ask yourself, has your life gotten better or worse in the past 15 years? What have Shev and Oliver done to improve your life? That's a good question. And we'll ask them those things too when they come and talk about what they've done in the community, right? I get what you're saying, but I don't want the viewers to get distracted. You're good, sis. I asked him on the record. He told me he's worked on LGBTQ campaign. I did not believe Meek's status is a secret. Thank you, Tanya, because I was like, we all been talking about it. So I don't care about his sex. I like he's doing the work. Exactly. Don't feel bad, boo. Can we talk about Miss Brown? Yes, we let's just go to Miss Brown. Let's get back. And this is just more so me being, I'm very empathetic, right? So when it comes to stuff like that, I just don't want to be wrong. So that's just me personally. Y'all seeing me in real time. So next candidate. Do y'all want to get into Miss Brown? I call her the Mary J. Blige of the Republican Democratic Congressional 24. She was like tapping in her white stockings and her heels, and she was tapping on them people's nerves at the event. If y'all attended the event in person, was y'all really, because when we was watching from home, you can hear the crowd reacting negatively to everything Ms. Brown was saying. I'm almost like, what was who sent her? Because she was definitely giving somebody paying me to be here. She definitely need to bring the receipts. All of them have been in seats too long not to be low down, Miss Brown. Wasting my time. She has so much attitude. She definitely was giving it. So somebody said this in the YouTube comments. They was like, she definitely came in with I'm finna tell you N-words what y'all need to do to be better, respectable N-words. Like, she definitely was giving that type of energy. And everything, we need to call her Dr. No, because everything they was asking about that the people in District 24 want, she was like, no. It was almost like, do you want us to be free? Do you want this black people to have civil rights? No. I'm not doing direct quotes, but I'm just exaggerating. That's just how some of the answers, it was like, you might as well just pack it up, homegirl, because this is what this community wants. So why are you saying no to everything and you want their votes? Very much came aggressive. Even the way she was telling them, read the question again. I was like, dang, get off, slow down. Like, why you on their back, Miss Brown? Who are you? Where's she from? Because just like we talked about Kendrick Meek Jr., I ain't never heard of her, never seen her. Where you from? I will give her kudos, because the other Republican candidate is a woman, Patricia Gonzalez, and the writing candidate Andy Dardo or something like Darrow Andy or something like that, and Rudolph Moise didn't even show up. So there are 4 people who didn't even show up. So I give her that for standing in that paint in that highly black, highly democratic room, and she stood 10 toes down on what she believed in. But baby, that was not the crowd. You should have read the room. You should have came in there with at least, she said yes to, I think, the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, and it was like, oh, at least one thing. But girl, everything else she was saying was just like, no, like, what do we, this not what we here for. Are you from here? Do you understand? And for her to be from Chicago, like, girl, you from a really, really black progressive city. You should. I want to interview her because I want to understand how she even became the way she is to get to the views that she has. Okay. Mrs. Brown was feisty, very feisty in them white stockings. Very feisty. I can't do her voice because she doesn't have a distinct voice that I could imitate. I'm not Jamie Foxx, okay? I am not Keenan Ivory Wayans, okay? I cannot do impersonations that good. But if you have a distinct voice that I could mimic, I will do it. And I'm not home because I would have wore a costume for y'all because I would have found me some stockings and and some heels to clickety clack in here on. But let me see what y'all said in the comments. No, she looked like she came from the Get Out movie. She definitely was giving drink the tea, baby. You drank the tea. It was the red bottoms for me. Oh, she had on red bottoms. She got a little coin then. Miss Brown isn't playing. Who put her in that race? That's what it's giving. That's what it's given. She seemed convicted of. In the past 50 years, things have gotten better. That's why the fresh energy is necessary. Have not gotten better. Gotcha. Miss Brown with the white stockings and the clacking heels. Black people. This one thing black people gonna do. They gonna read your outfit. And can we talk about this with black Republicans? Why they clothes and their hairs and they hair and their haircut always just be off. It's always something a little bit off about black Republicans. It's like, do you go to white barbers or is white people styling you? Because it very, very much be always something a little bit off about what they wearing or their hair or their haircuts. And it's just, it almost feel like that's the black Republican starter pack. Like, let me make you tacky. Let me mess up your haircut. Let me mess up your hair. She was the most unprepared and just extra. Yes, and she was yelling at us the whole time. We was like, damn, her mic was on. We ain't had no problem hearing her. I was rooting for her. Did she let me down? You really was rooting for Miss Brown. Did she win any votes for y'all? Did she win any recognition for y'all? How did y'all feel about Miss Brown after her appearance? Baby, she need to go back to Chi-Town. Miss Brown was at the grown debate. She felt like she was talking over us. Definitely felt like it very much felt like y'all need to listen to me because I'm right. And I crossed over to the Republican side and I seen the light. And y'all need to see the light with me. Black Republicans always had this weird disconnect. Pro MAGA and libertarian all the way around. Yep. No, she came to do a job and she did. No, we don't want her. Republican city girl. Y'all definitely was calling her Republican city girl because she definitely, when she told her story and how she grew up and then where she is now, definitely we're giving Republican city girl. Miss Mega Queen. Oh, y'all going in on Miss Brown. So it's safe to say y'all not voting for Miss Brown. Her name Tamoya too. Miss Brown is a no. Way too much attitude. Definitely gave that. Because I'm an educator, a real estate developer, restaurateur, homeschooler. And anything I say, I feel like saying I am tonight. That Chicago was oozing out of her. Definitely what she was given. Definitely she was given. And she was a distraction. I'll give that. But definitely entertaining. Definitely entertaining. Free to be you and me. But white stockings with Kristen Louboutin, red bottoms is criminal. The way y'all lighten up them stockings, I was thinking, why is she here? We all was thinking that. Cicely, hey girl, Wendy's Chi-Town blew her into a hurricane. Yes, it did. Hope the other GOP candidate wins the primary. Y'all going in. L'Oreal's from Carol City. She was a moderator, very professional, but I wish she would have given her at least some side eye. We can't see what she gave her because I could see L'Oreal saying, girl, who you talking to? Because she definitely was like, repeat the question. She's not from Miami. Miami gonna get her together real quick. I wonder how long she been here. Definitely want to interview her. She definitely grew up from the south side of Chicago. But she said she grew up in she said her parents raised her well. She just was, got out there in the streets, had a baby young, turned her life around. Sound like a, good businesswoman. Now we will say this on the YouTube comments, we was like, Miss Brown feel like she'll be a good time. Like you go have a drink with her and she'll like, y'all have a good time together. She'll probably cuss you out by the end of the night. Y'all be tussling and be bad friends the next day. She definitely gives that energy. I would love to have a drink with her. Don't want her leading me nowhere. Don't want to vote for her. But I definitely feel like she would be a good time. She had an agenda. She definitely came there and gave it. Moment she had was very rude, but overall she reminds me of a girl from the hood that made it out and disregarded the struggle of everybody else. She was just off, period. Are we scared of candidates like her? Will the Black conservative community support her? Will we split our vote so bad that a candidate like her could possibly win? Nah, not in this race. We ain't splitting a vote that bad where she gains enough votes to win to go to Congress. I don't see that. She would have to beat Shevrin, Oliver, Kendrick, Rod, hell, even Stan, Mr. Davis. She would have to beat him too. Hell, even Rudolph Maurice. I don't think she's gonna get. She may win the Republican race, but I don't see her beating none of the Democrats. She was also the woman and only Republican on stage. The audience was against her. Sis was deaf, trying to prove something. I will give her that. She was standing her ground against all 300 Black, angry Miami people. That's how you can tell she from Chicago, because she was not scared of y'all at all. I wonder will they be in Liberty City area knocking on doors? We will see. We will see. She kept tugging at that jacket like she was about to get some straightening, and then she said absolutely nothing every time, just hooting and hollering. Yes, she was. The Black Republicans lost the sauce we have. Miss Brown looked like it sounded a mess. Okay, so I'm just trying to get through the comments, y'all. Get through the comments. Y'all in here tonight. She was prepared like Republicans spoke on their agenda. Yes, she did. So let me see what else gives her things for being only Black woman up there and not backing down. She definitely does give her things for that, giving us better than she did. Okay, go back home and go homeschool them kids. Oh, y'all really going in on Miss Brown. Y'all was not a fan. She had opportunity but failed to read the room. Definitely did. And she could have made a message, but yeah, it just, that wasn't the room for her. She ran for office in Chicago, allegedly. Okay. She's a plant, can't even be real. Okay. So I'm good. She came off like a plant. Miss Brown came to Miami with a good time and go back home, baby. Y'all, it's hilarious. Thank you for sending the link. I had a few people. I think a few people should drop the race. Okay, so everybody else, I think she was distracted. Mr. Davis sitting next to her. That's hilarious, Jasmine. In the general election, it would be one-on-one. The district is too dim for her to win. Definitely. What Tanya said. She don't even have visibility. Her social media page didn't even pop up till yesterday. That part, which makes it feel planty. So before we get into the other candidates who we can all talk about in one fell swoop, we finna do a commercial break because we have some ads to run. So y'all get into this, okay? Juice to find an Opal Locker.
And I was so glad that we do have access to a phenomenal juice bar.
We got some at Juice to Find also. This is Fresh Juice Company.
Right. She had the baby, but she had a seizure, 2 seizures.
You know where you came from, and you know what happened, and you see the results of what happened after. But you came through from being there.
My name is Fatia Doster. I am the founder of Juice to Find. I'm a mom. I am a visionary, a survivor, a conqueror, a friend, a sister, daughter. Having a near-death experience with preeclampsia when I gave birth to my daughter was how I literally decided I needed to do something different in my own life. And I wanted to encourage people to do the same thing.
Thank you to Juice to Find and her promotion of her new upcoming documentary coming up. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. And she gave me a little talking point. A Journey Defined, Miami Gardens premiere July 31st, 7 p.m. Location to watch the premiere is at the Cold Space in Miami Gardens. And we actually have another live read because we are going to have advertisements. So these are examples of how you can advertise during our highly popular podcast, right? So let's get into our first live read of the Shizzo. Shizzo is so funny to me. I don't know why I crack myself up. So let's get into this. It's the Hip Hop Summit. Okay, this is coming up. Let me put myself small so y'all can see me while I read. Okay, the Hip Hop Summit. And y'all want to see how my reading skills are? Shout out to Papa Keith who taught me how to live read for radio. So let's find it. Let's find it here in our chat. The Hip Hop Summit. The Hip Hop Summit 2026, the influence of hip hop and Black Business Expo, taking place August 8th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Dr. Dorothy Bendross Mendenhall Social and Economic Institute, located at 5120 Northwest 24th Avenue in Miami, Florida. Sharing Hope, Empowerment, and Reaction is the organization here, Inc. proudly presents the 2026 Hip Hop Summit, featuring the influence of hip hop and the Black Business Expo. This event will bring together speakers, performers, podcasters, radio personalities, music executives, community leaders, entrepreneurs, and special guests. The Black Business Expo 2026 will showcase Black-owned businesses, nonprofit organizations, community resources, and emerging entrepreneurs. Attendees will have opportunities to network, support local businesses, and build valuable partnerships. Black economics plays a critical role in strengthening communities through entrepreneurship, job creation, ownership, wealth building, and economic self-sufficiency. Supporting Black-owned businesses helps circulate resources within the community, create opportunities for further generations, and promotes long-term economic growth and empowerment. Shout out to the Hip Hop Summit and Business Expo taking place on August 8th. Shout out to brother Anthony who sent that to us. And y'all make sure if you want to have your own live read, you send it to us. We have our ad rates for you. This is the first time we're doing it for free, so y'all can see an example of what it looks like. And shout out to everybody who decided to support us today with their advertising. We'll have some more live reads throughout the show, but let's get back into the things. Okay. So can we talk about Mr. Davis? Who sent him? Who sent Stan, my man? Who sent Stan, my man? Mr. Davis looked like one more fill-in for Stan O'Martin, okay? And I don't know. Rumor has it is some Republicans are funding him to run this race. And I don't know. That's the word on the street. I ain't fact check that, but that it is given that, because why was he there? And this is the thing I was talking about with somebody before. I don't like that he's doing this, because he had an amazing legacy as being the leader of the Cultural Arts Center down there in Liberty City. They named it after him, and his legacy was cemented to me, right? And now this just feels unserious for somebody to be doing this in their 70s. He wasn't really even fully answering the questions. And I'm just like, why are you doing this? Why mess up your legacy? You know, like, this just feels silly. It just feels silly. He might as well run for president. Run for the leader. Matter of fact, run for king of the universe, since we doing things that's out of reach, right? Let me know how y'all felt about Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis is a great, sensible guy. I think this was on a bucket list. That's what it's given. But what's your path to victory? That's what I want to ask every candidate. We asked Gene Monestime that last night. But what in your mind made you say, I can win this race? What is your pathway to victory? Because Mr. Davis, I don't see it. I agree, not being ages, but no. And at certain times, I thought he was sleeping up there. We need Mr. Davis to stay in the community with us. Yes, reading is fundamental. Love the Cultural Arts Center, but no, exactly. We know OG and Chev are the front runners, but Rod Vereen and Kendrick Meek really kept it interesting. Don't trust Monestime. I respect Mr. Davis, but this is still a little too heavy for him. Yeah. Let's see, Denzel, come over to YouTube. That's where the comment party at. Oh, you got Tammy Boo. Okay. Shout out to PK. I see y'all. So I was just trying to see if y'all was saying anything here in the comments. Yes. Gene Monestime did okay. He had his moments that reminded of the work he did as a county commissioner. He definitely did. And I interviewed him last night, and I said that you had your moments, and there were some times where the comments were like, okay, we see you, Gene Monestime. But I still feel like, even though he said he saw a pathway to victory, I don't know if it's enough to knock out Chev and Oliver. As we know, those are the front runners. So yeah. What y'all felt about Rod Vereen? How did y'all feel about Mr. Vereen's hey, Mega. How did y'all feel about the Mr. Rod Vereen's appearance, right? He actually came through with a solid, like, I was surprised, like, how much I liked his answers. Although somebody told me he wasn't saying things that were factual, but I haven't fact checked that, but it was like some of that stuff he was saying just, yeah. But I don't know. I don't see the pathway to victory, but I really, really liked how he stopped and gave us a lot of stories and context. You could tell he's an attorney, a talented attorney. I liked how he went to Kendrick Meek Jr. and said, yo, grandmama did XYZ and brought the money down for the transportation stuff. So he did a good job of like, I think he showed us a side of like, of seriousness, because I wasn't sure why he was running for Congress. So I understand like a little bit more now, and I saw him in a different light. I just don't know if it's enough to win you votes to win, right? So hey, Mega, see you soon. We honor you. Okay, no, Vereen snapped. Okay, y'all. No, Vereen napped. Okay, Vereen was having some issues where he wasn't listening either. And I feel like he dropped something at one point. And Brown has a few issues like that too. I feel like she almost tripped on something. It was, or maybe them heels was clacking too hard, but both of them was having, between Rod Vereen, Mr. Davis, and Brown, I don't think they was paying attention to what was going on to the thing. At certain points, I feel like they was in their phone or zoning out, because it was like they kept saying, repeat the question, and what you said. I was just like, are you here with us? What y'all doing? I think it's the last thing he wants to accomplish. Who, Mr. No, I think Mr. Davis got some money behind him, and he see this as a little lick. Which candidate is responsible for removal of water surcharge being removed from Miami Gardens? Actually, hey, Ulysses, former councilman from Miami Gardens. That is a work of, I would actually say, Commissioner Oliver Gilbert, State Representative Felicia Robinson, and I know State Senator Shevrin Jones supported it previous years. But this year, I think, I would say the heavyweight is on State Representative Felicia Robinson for doing the work in Tallahassee, and then also to Commissioner Oliver Gilbert for, pulling strings, behind the scenes to help get that done as well. So yeah, so if you live in Miami Gardens, if you was paying $1,000 for your water bill, you can thank those elected officials for putting in the work, because now that surcharge will be removed. Thanks for bringing that up. They had Mr. Davis at the Hampton House stand for the debate. No, they did not. Was he standing there at the time with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King too? He didn't seem like he knows anything about what's going on outside of Liberty City and the arts. It definitely gave that. He needs to just take notes and make this a theatrical play. Tyler, you in timeout with Denzel and Tony. I have been requested. Y'all is hilarious. Rod got a story to tell. Yes, he did have a story to tell. It was like, Uncle Rod, can you tell us a bedtime story? I don't think Mr. Davis had a path to victory, but wanted to be able to give points to think about. Okay. But we didn't get no points. JJ, I know why you put child. I like Rod. Okay. I have fact checked everybody. And who was telling the truth, Denzel? It was Will. I didn't like the penthouse vibe, missed the room. Okay. Who, Rod Vereen had a penthouse vibe? Rod Vereen probably needs to get on a local commission first. Yeah. And here's the thing with Rod that is interesting with me. He's run for state attorney. He's run for Congress. He hasn't won. So do y'all like losers? Because I feel like when people keep losing races, somebody in the chat who lost a couple of races too, but I'm not going to call them out. But but I feel like Miami people, and y'all tell me if I'm right or wrong. If you keep losing elections, you lose the faith of the people, or you may have to go to a race where it's just a clear path to victory. Because when you keep losing, I think the people view you as a loser. And not saying that Rod Vereen is a loser. I'm just saying he has lost a lot of elections, and I think that may be contributing to what people faith in him in certain races. Or maybe is it that he's getting in races where the other candidates just feel more qualified and more popular. I just don't know. I just noticed that, and y'all can let me know if I'm wrong. I've just noticed that from my time of being a local news reporter, when people be losing races all the time and keep running over and over and over again and losing over and over and over again, y'all be like, I don't trust you, girl, because why you keep running and losing? Why are you doing this? It gives motive. It gives not genuine. And I feel like the voters don't be feeling it. Y'all can let me know if I'm wrong or not, but that's what I feel like the people be feeling like when y'all keep running and losing. And Rod Vereen, I feel like you in that box a little bit. I feel like you in that box, but y'all can let me know if I'm wrong. He's a very well-known attorney. Definitely great attorney too. He educated people. He gave us some anecdotes. He was clear. I love his experience as attorney. Let us know he's been watching what's going on. Definitely. Rod was solid and his presentation was on point. Okay. Rod was a good storyteller. Yes, he was. He ran for the seat before he did and lost against Frederica. And I actually remember that. I'm not sure what y'all laughing at, but let me know. I like how Rod reminded us how Congresswoman Meek send transit money from the North Corridor and we got nothing. Definitely. I like how, I can't remember which candidate said this, but they were like, it's one thing for you to go to Congress and bring the money back, right? But the local government has to do right by the money too. And that's something that we as voters got to stay on their ass about. Where y'all at with the comments? Ooh, y'all, that's a lot of comments. I can't get through these. Davis did better than I thought. Really? You mean standing up and being awake? We get to see John's son working at Carroll City fact check. If Freezy don't validate it, then it don't count. John Monestime did try to win Carroll City over with that, saying that his son worked at Carroll City. And I was like, hey, you get a cool point from me because cheap pride. Preacher Vereen. Shevrin Jones, 80%. Every said 86%, 6 or 7 right and precise almost everywhere. The benefits, the cliff fix, the housing toolkit, his teacher record, the HBCU funding gap, teacher attrition. Okay, thank you for fact checking, Denzel. What do the long-term residents think of Oliver? What do long-term residents think of Oliver? Think of him. That's for the long-term residents. I've heard things on both sides, but I've been with him publicly in places and people be loving all over him, but I see stuff on social media too where it's not as much love. So for me, that is a mixed bag because I don't know what is social media chatter or what is actually coming from the voters. And that, like I said, on August 18th, we will see who wins. Only Slip saying 300 billion when he meant millions on transit, and even there was a core point here at there. I would love to Vereen an advisory role for Kendrick. That's a good point. Oliver Gilbert, 80%, 4 or 5 correct on tariffs. The Amendment 3 essential, non-essential framing transit. Denzel, you want to put this in an article for me so I could publish that? He wins a lot of cases though. Yeah, he does. That's like Rod Vereen is a great attorney. We never gonna take that from him. One overreach promising federal minimum wage standards on curriculum, which Congress legally cannot set. Who said that? Denzel, because they both were saying stuff like that. Hey, Cicely, eyeballs. Gene Monestime, 67%, 2 or 3 accurate on Amendment 3 and teacher paid. The one miss was his 3% first time buyer mortgage gap, which Congress can't really do. Okay, Denzel, you better come and fact checked. Some are trying to build a new portfolio. There are so many candidates in this race. It won't take much to win. The votes are split. It won't. But here's the thing: who do y'all think will edge out? And who do y'all think won voters? And who do y'all think lost voters from their performance at the forum? Kendrick Meek Jr. 4 out of 7, 57% solid on naming a wage number and real levers, but 3 flags: the curricular standards mechanism overstating the he helped pass the John Lewis Act. That part, like, what did you do to help pass that? Vereen would do better in the race with the villain, like the Congressional District, race. He'd be able to really go over Deverly and Shefferless. He's an outsider candidate. He can't really do that to the good guys, Shevrin OG. Great point. I agree. Oh, y'all, come on. Slow it down. I need a moderator. For the chat. Y'all just know we need to get to bigger, better things. Why y'all put the eyeballs in? What do long-term residents think of Oliver? Rod Vereen, 50% to it for right with the transit money was rated, and that the teacher next door is a real thing, but wrong. Florida is the single most expensive state. Wrong that federal rent camps are viable. Okay. Legally cornered on race-based free tuition. Sit your ass down at some point. Who is y'all talking about? Kim, you don't put that in there 3 times. Tamoya, 33% right. The voucher argument was coherent, but she invented a $25 wage nobody proposed. Senator Jones was the one who got the governor approved the legislation in 2026 after the bill being vetoed in 2024 and 25. The legislation was passed through the state, and no municipality can charge that type of surcharge. Okay. That's not what I heard, Mr. Harvard, but okay. There was, from what I heard, there was some bipartisan support on getting this bill passed. So I know that Senator Jones is involved in it, but state representative as well was involved with it, and Commissioner Oliver Gilbert. Like, I know those parties were involved. Is that officially on the record? Is all that stuff? But Yeah, it's true. It is on the record. We can't put the surcharge all on Shevrin that he is the reason why that got removed from Miami Gardens residence. That's not true. And I don't know if that's what you're trying to say, but that's how I read it. Repeatedly falsely Splat gave KKK money to Democrats line. Yes, she did spew that. Just getting back to the live. Vereen for advisor, consultant, city attorney, and school board. Hey, Abundance. Hey, saw you. You was fun on Tuesday. I believe Rod went to Carroll City. Did he? That'd be cool. Hey, Chief Rod. Let's do a top 5 ranking based on the debate only. Ooh, now we got to do a poll. We're gonna do a survey after this, and we're gonna see based after the everybody's appearance at the debate. We're going to do a new poll and see what y'all think now of the candidates who are actually qualified to run. Monestine's son deaf in the building, as well as his daughter-in-law. Husband and wife work at Carroll City. Husband's son is a strong educator and coach, though. Okay. Monestine interview is on IG and YouTube, That Part Podcast. Yes, it is. Go check it out and see what he had to say. My phone is tripping. Excuse my comments. Yeah, you sent that in 3 times. Do you think Chev's public popularity will carry through to win the vote? That remains to be seen. I don't know what is social media popularity and what are registered voters really thinking. So hopefully with this next poll that we put out, we'll have a better understanding of that from the High-Low News audience. But even that still is an unscientific poll. And so I give that context as well, because it's not possible for us to say these are people who actually live in the district. Y'all can lie on them things. But for the most part, I feel like High-Low News audience is truthful. Meek Mill definitely got some traction. He definitely did. Vereen brought out the fact that we have 3 data centers going up in Dade County. He did bring that up. Poll. Monestine is not the only immigrant running. So who is the only other immigrant running? Because Tyler, he said that multiple times in our interview last night, me and Papa Keith's interview on That Part Podcast. He said he's the only immigrant running for Congressional District 24. So who else is an immigrant? Because from what I know, everybody else is born in the United States. Is there another candidate that we don't know that's an immigrant? Please share with the group. The Federal Law Standards Act will have to be amended by Congress. Raising the federal minimum wage to make Florida affordable is a different conversation. Great point, Matthew. Hey, welcome to the chat, babe. Great segment, Janae. I just sent you a full write-up on the Florida District 24 race. The stakes after Calasses, all 7 candidates broke down a fact check in the NAACP form and a scoreboard graphic. Come on, Denzel. That's why I love you, friend. Okay. Are we going to discuss governor's race? Not this time, because we still got more things to talk about. Rudy Moise. Moise wasn't there. Why y'all saying Moise? Are y'all tagging him? Is he here in the comments? Oh, Rudy Moise is a immigrant. Oh, is he? Then why is Gene Monestine saying he the only immigrant in the Congressional District 24 race? So thank y'all for fact checking him, because he definitely said he's the only immigrant running in that race. So that's not true. So thank you, Tyler, for bringing up that point. So y'all want to get into we got everything we had to say about the debate, because I want to move on to Commissioner Keone McGee's announcement of his potential endorsement and what y'all think that means. Hey, Angela Winter, please DM me so we can schedule your interview. She is running for Miami Gardens seat 4, is it? I can't remember the number, but she's running for the seat that Katrina Wilson just vacated to run for school board. So Angela Winter, please DM me so I can schedule your interview, because we're going to be starting those next week live on the Can We Talk podcast. So yes. Rudy Def got a last name. He went to North Miami or Edison. Please leave us alone, Terry. So we got everything out about the candidate. Yes, seat 4. She's running for seat 4 in Miami Gardens. Thank you for that, clearing that up, Angela. Child, if he ain't made the announcement by now, don't worry about it. So y'all, can we talk about Keone McGee's announcement and that video that came out? And what I told y'all, people were going to make, they were going to make big deals now of the endorsements, right? Before, people would just post a flyer or a little video and be done with it. Now, because of the torch, big endorsements are going to be a thing now in Miami, because y'all know how we do stuff. We run stuff in the ground. So to me, his endorsement could mean something. He is sending me. His endorsement could mean something, but where's the hat? The hat is at home. Y'all need to stop. Y'all want me to. I just got back good with Frederica. I don't want Frederica swinging on me. And I want to get my picture with her with my hat. The teaser for announcements are just Jesus help. Team Hello News. Hey, Ty. So to me, this is what I feel like that endorsement could mean, right? From Keone McGee. First of all, and I'll tell y'all who I think it is. I know who y'all think it is, but I think here's the thing. Can we be honest? Keone is very popular in Dade County. Even though he's from South Dade, the people know him all over the county. He and them people in South Dade love him. They love him like the people like y'all love Shevrin. That's how them people love him down here. Oh, thank you, Audrey. And so I do feel like his popularity could mean something, right? He could mean, more exposure, another talking moment, another media moment for whoever he endorses, right? I think it's going to be a movie. I think they're going to make it an event when he announces his endorsement, right? However, I'm not quite sure how many votes that translates to, because I will say this. I feel like the base and core of his support is South Dade, and that's not the district that this race covers. So yes, it will be popularity. It'll be another media moment, but I'm not quite sure how many votes that will translate to for whoever he endorses. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. We need new blood. All this stunting is just Aggie at this point. Chev got a big endorsement commercial on TV from UTD. Ooh, okay. I seen those UTD endorsements drop. At this point, he dragging it on like a 90s soap opera. I know. I was like, when the announcement coming? Because Frederica dropped that flyer on Friday, and on Monday we knew who she wanted to endorse. His people are down south. Not sure he would have much of an influence. Yeah, let's be easy on the love him. Really, they don't love him down south because you a South Dade boy, Denzel. They don't love Keone. I feel like they love Keone down there. His engagement be real deep. They be cheering for him down there. They like him. And his Jazz in the Heights be well attended. So I'm not saying he doesn't have any opposition. Everybody does. I probably got opposition, but he got some love. But you have to give me some receipts on that. He's very popular throughout the county. Yes, he is. He cool. You stupid. Support the Israel yesterday from the panel. Oh, see, I gotta go back and watch that. It was something with support of Israel, and y'all wasn't feeling that in the comments. Y'all was not feeling that. Finally tapped in, says, hey, Davika. Thank you for catching the live. The live be live. I would love to hear more from everyone on Amendment 3 and how it will affect our community in the future. Okay, what's Amendment 3? Is that the is Amendment 3 voting rights for ex-cons, or is that legalizing marijuana? Let me know what Amendment 3 is. The torches was up. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. So here's the thing. This is what I think. This is who I think. We like the events, but that's where it stops. Here you go. The whole panel except Meek. Oh, okay. He didn't support the Israel thing. All right. The whole panel supported Israel, which was wild. Y'all don't like the support of Israel? I got distracted doing the Israel question. Me too. The live be all the way live. It do very well. Okay. Chev hasn't been to the big church yet, though. I think that's Oliver's Torch, Gilbert's voting base, Antioch. Yeah, that is. Oliver made his announcement at Antioch. Kendrick was the only candidate to say he wouldn't support Israel. What I told y'all about them Gen Zs, they don't mind defecting and they don't mind not being in the popular thing to do. I get that to the Gen Zs. Now, why y'all think the other people supported Israel publicly? Y'all think they got funding and money from that? Let's just be real. It's not popular to go against stuff with Israel. We know that. We've seen it happen to people on larger levels and small levels. I'm not saying that. I don't even really know the deepness of the pro and not pro Israel support, so I'm not even going to pretend to know all of it. But I can understand why people have not publicly gone against them. And I'm pretty sure they have allies and support from people in the Jewish community, so it could come off a certain way. But let's not act like if you go against Israel, you ain't finna be called to the carpet on certain things. This is just not gonna be good. And why? Amendment 4 is voting for returning citizens. Okay, so what's Amendment 3? Why y'all talking about Meek Mill? Don't be confused. And Antiochian, I cannot confirm. Meek was the only the person not to express support for Israel. They getting paid, so y'all feel like that's why they supported it. Talking against Israel never benefits you. We know that. It's safe answer to support Israel. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Because to your point, but here's the thing: is it a death sentence on both sides, Nizelle? Because the black people who ain't for it, they not gonna not vote for him. PAC money translates to Israel. They are the largest donors on both sides, and they will hold you in lock, especially in the Democratic Party. What does Israel have to do with this race? Yeah, can somebody come in the comments and tell us what it had to do? I guess, is it because of the war with that was over there in the Middle East? I'm assuming that's what it was. I could see some, because I know Congress, deals with budgets and wars and things like that. So y'all break that down. I'm not going to pretend like I know all of the information on Israel and the support of it and the congressional connection to it. So if anybody want to come in and break that down for us in the comments, please, and I will read it. The Jewish community don't play. Congress makes policy and funded decisions. Yes, they do. Thank you, Marla, for breaking that down. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about before we get off the line. Yes, thank you for what Tanta said. The interaction, y'all. Thanks for giving the pod mad energy. So the last thing I want to talk about is the Art Till controversy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not playing the video here, but I made a post about Art Till on my Facebook page. If you go to that page, you will see a link to the video that I feel like was disrespectful to the late Art Till. And I want to talk about that because, of course, there is a connection to the Congressional District race. Gotcha. Thank you for breaking that down, Andrea, about the Israel connection or explaining your part. Israel donates both money, but then the Republican. True. That video that's going around. Yep. So let me keep Kim and Yo's. Hold up. We don't hysterically give a lot funded, so we are really expecting any of them to prioritize our needs. Good point. That's why we need to start giving. Even if you give a little bit, give something. Give something to the candidates, okay? But also, too, that's why we need to have some oversight where money in that way shouldn't matter as much. But now we're talking about some deeper shit that's going to take generations to fix. I don't think that's going to ever happen in my lifetime. Spin Grn equals NAACP. Matthew, what that mean? Is that an organization that is funding the NAACP? Give me some tea. It's a congressional seat, and they deal with the funding and questions about what would stop funding Israel in the direction of its issues with Palestine. Congress sends a lot of money to Israel. Okay, thanks for breaking that. I need to see the video. Go to my page. It's on my Facebook page. It is a post about Art Till. There's a link to that video in the comments. So let's talk about that. Pissed me off very much. So here's the thing. The video is somebody coming up to Commissioner Oliver Gilbert and accusing him of taking money for something with transportation and accusing him and Frederica Wilson of conspiring to name the library after her so he could get her endorsement. All of these are just wild, baseless claims that aren't fact checked. And it's a Spanish guy at that who is doing the video, right? And he's running up to him TMZ style, and he's coming up and being aggressive with Oliver. Oliver's like paying him dust or whatever. So he goes and says something like, "You're acting like Art Till, or you just like Art Till, with the money, with the transit, you so obsessed with it, and you gonna be just like him," and all this other stuff. So I just was like, and I asked, Oliver. I think also too, there was another video saying like there was some investigation against Oliver and all this stuff. So I actually asked him, I was like, "What is this about?" And he's like, "This is not true. Like, I'm ignoring it, like whatever." And so what I didn't like, and y'all, we could talk about this as a family, as Miami family, as Black people. Let's talk offline about that. Okay, we can talk offline about that, Matthew. So here's the thing with how I feel about this when it comes to non-Black people coming into our spaces, because we don't go over to Kyle Ocho knocking down they shit, right? And we all know Spanish people run Miami and they be doing corruption to the eruption down there. Okay. I just feel like it feels very problematic to me for you to be a non-black person coming all the way down to Betty T. Ferguson Center to jump on Oliver back and be yelling out, you like Art Till. Let's be clear. The controversy and issues around Art Till, whatever they are, we know what, if you don't know, go Google them. But we also do know that Art Till did do a lot for our community and he means something to our community. And people didn't like the way that he lost his life, right? And so to me, it just feels very tacky, very disrespectful to bring up Art Till when you're trying to come at somebody else. If you just want to come at Oliver, come at Oliver. Why you got to bring Art Till into it? And that was just my gripe about it. I kind of didn't even care about what else he was having to say because I'm like, why are you bringing up Art Till, especially the way he passed away? I just felt like it was very tacky, very disrespectful. And I don't like when the tone of his voice. Like, I don't like when non-black people come at our elected officials and our leaders in that way. I just feel like, we say what we want to say in the house about them. We do what we want to do, but you don't get to come over here and talk about our people like that. You don't get to do that. And I just thought I thought the video was sleazy. It felt like Plant. It felt like he was getting paid to do it. It felt like here's the other thing too. People could feel how they want to feel about any of the candidates. If you're gonna make a claim about something, you better have some paperwork and some facts and somebody on the record to back up what you're saying. If you just gonna say, oh, this person is this and they still in this and you don't got nothing to back it up with, then why are we just supposed to blindly take what you're saying about somebody? Who are you for us to just say, okay, you saying this person is a crook or this person is this or this and with no facts? Like, bro, get out of here with that. Like, move with that. I don't rate that at all. And especially to invoke somebody's name like that, as we know how he died tragically or whatever, by unaliving himself at the Miami Herald building. Like that's a family that has to do, you bringing up old wounds. And so my post is like, does Art Till got some sons or a young nephew or something like that? Because you ain't gonna be bringing up my dead relative that passed away the way they did to be making a point for some political drama. Like, y'all be taking this local politics stuff a little bit too deep. And stuff like that is just nasty. Keep it on the issues. Keep it on the things that you feel, but you ain't gotta dig low and nasty. And to me, that's somebody, again, non-black person, Spanish person who don't understand our community and our culture and how we feel about Art Till. We say, people say certain things, but we don't publicly come out at Art Till like that. Like, why you had to bring him into this at all? Let the man rest in peace. And so I didn't like the video. People tagging me on it, asking me what I think about. I don't rate that at all. So let me see what y'all had to say. I totally agree, Janae. Keep that out your mouth. Talk that talk, queen. Keep. They've trolled the mayor also. They definitely do. They be getting that Danielle ass too. But I'm just saying, it's something when you non-black and you coming for the blacks people and you talk about a black person that died. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stay over there on Cayocho. Stay over there on Flagler. Stay over there in Brickell. We don't come over there knocking y'all Spanish people over the head and doing gotcha interviews with y'all leaders. Don't come over there. Don't come bringing that over here to Miami Gardens, okay? Because child, I couldn't be no elected official. The way I would have been knocking that camera out his hand. Who you? And I would have been telling my man, baby, get him. Baby, get him. Punch him in the face. Knock him down. Ain't no way I could be elected official. Y'all not finna run up on me. Gotcha, Matthew. Stay in y'all own community. We don't go over there. There are a lot of Hispanics living in Miami Gardens. You know what? You made a good point, Don. I stand corrected. However, Miami Gardens still is ours. It's still ours. It's about 25-30%, but it's still ours. It's still a black city. Black city. Okay, so don't come over here. Okay, it's some of us living in Cayocho and Hialeah, but we don't come over there messing with their stuff. Don't come messing with our stuff. But good point, Don. Right, just fine. Check my rest support and low key. I love the food on Cayocho. Okay. Go worry about them. Roosters are overtime. Oh, that's hilarious, Kim. Because it's not as presidential race. We won't see a lot of people vote, and we have to encourage people to go out and vote. I don't know, Audrey Dominguez. I feel like the way people is so fired up about this Congressional District 24 race, it's really going to carry the rest of the ballot, because I think people are just going to want to go out and vote for this. And because they're there, they're going to vote down ballot. Also, to request your vote by mail ballot, if there's still time, we're going to put out some information on that. But that's a way for people who may not be able to get off work or who can't early vote. You can still vote by requesting your vote by mail ballot. And also, too, go make sure if you had to update your ID, go make sure that you are registered to vote, okay? Because someone told me if you had to update your ID within, since the last election, get a replacement ID or get a new ID, then you have to re-register to vote. It kind of unregistered you, so you have to re-register. You already know the voter suppression laws in Florida with the goofiness. So everybody go make sure you are registered to vote. This is a common game that trackers do to hit pieces to run folks down. Yep, you're right. He called Oliver the next Art Till. Yep, he sure did. He sure did. Let me see what else y'all had to say. He could very well be from Miami Gardens. We asked these same politicians to create a program for young professionals to buy homes in Miami Gardens 10 years ago. What happened? He's very much, as far as transportation money, we have given Miami-Dade 1% tax for 20 years. The Metro Rail have already came all the way down to Miami-Dade County line since the 80s. Should have come all the way down to county line since the 80s. The county has promised us. Here's the thing. Can we talk about, I need somebody to come on here and talk about transportation, because this is my understanding of this tax and how it worked, right? We have been paying this tax, right, for 20 years. However, the amount that we should have been paying so that this could actually have been funded at the time when this was first proposed, we talking about Art Till time, it was never going to be enough money, right? But it was too high to get it passed through the voters. So they were like, let's just get something passed so we could do something. So from my understanding is this 1% was never enough to get the construction to be what we needed it to be, so it could span from county line to county line, from Florida City all the way up to Carroll City, right? And that has been the issue. And with time, with inflation, things have become more expensive to build. And that's why it just never seems like it's enough money, but they are still taking money for us for it. So if I'm incorrect in anything that I'm saying, guys, please let me know and I'll fix it. But that's been my understanding of how this tax has worked and why it has been an issue with getting it built. And also too, Daniela Levine Cava also explained something where there has to be some a certain amount of people, a density of living in a certain area too, for the federal government to be able to get involved too when it comes to the rail. So there's like 3 different levels, from the county, the state, and federal, where all requirements have to be met in order for that to be expanded. And from my understanding, when we interviewed Daniela Levine Cava, she was saying that as far as like South Dade, the amount of residents hadn't met the threshold for the federal government, or was it the state government, for them to approve funding to be able to expand it, because funding have to come from those 3 places. And if I'm wrong on any of those parts, please let me know. But that has been my understanding of the construction of the rail and why we don't have it. But at this point, for Miami to be a world-class city, we gonna have to improve our mass transit. Like, it's the piss. And when you go to places like LA, Chicago, New York, Atlanta, get on the MARTA, like, they have mass transit. Miami needs to get it together. Hell, you could go to not St. Louis, but Kansas City. They have light rail. You go to Norfolk, they have light rail. So you go to these different places, and even smaller cities have mass transit. Miami just need to get her together and stop stealing the money. We know y'all be stealing it, elected officials, especially you Spanish ones. Since we want to talk about corruption, they be stealing the money. I thought it's very low bringing Art Till's name up and disrespecting OG. I agree too. These Cubans, biggest scammers in Miami. Whew. Tell us how y'all really feel. I don't see my whole block turn Hispanic except for my family and the 3 Black neighbors that been here long as my family. The numbers are changing. Definitely my family where I grew up, our whole street, every time a Black family move out, a Spanish family move in. And I think most of the block now is Spanish. And we grew up on 174th and 39th Avenue. He was absolutely trolling. To be honest, Shevrin and Oliver are the top runners, like it or not. What they would love to do is cause extreme separation. Don't bring it to Coconut Grove either. I hear you, Kimberly. Excuses and selling out the community to developers. Unfortunately, they won't realize it until they start losing their season. I got your back. The hat and the flowers must have its own luggage. Next time I'm gonna bring the hat and the flowers. Y'all really like Frederica Wilson. They trying to take Miami Gardens over. They are taking over Congressional District 24. That's because we moving out of town. Black people can't afford to live in Miami no more. So, and here's the thing: we lose Miami Gardens. That's the last bastion of Black hope in South Florida. So, this race is important, and who leads us and the leadership that we have there over the next 10 years is going to make a big difference. From Miami Gardens race to school board race to the congressional districts to the county commission, it all matters. And that's why we need to dig in more. I wish we would have had this energy last election. I wish we would have been more informed, but I also too blame voting advocacy groups. I blame the Democratic Party for not doing a good job of reaching out to voters. They did not do a good grassroots job to reach voters, and they lost. So now we all suffering. JD School is slowly becoming Hispanic too. Who is JD School? They said they're going to take over Miami Gardens. They definitely need to hold on to Miami Gardens because trust me, they are plotting and taking. Well, we need to stop selling the houses then. I'm not understanding why we don't keep our spaces the same way they do. That's the source of my frustration. Agreed. Juice to find. Check your email if you get a sample ballot via email. It just dropped. Mine came at 8:06 p.m. Okay. Thank you for that heads up, Tanya. The business contracts money. Preach. Unfortunately, that is a long story. What the real? I can break it down. Okay. We may have to have a whole conversation. Do we need to have a conversation about the mass transit and the rail? I think we need to just have a special episode about that where we break it down, because I don't think we all truly fully understand what's going on, because all we know is it takes us 1,000,000 hours to get to work, get from downtown, from County Line, from Florida City to downtown, from West Dade to downtown, from South Beach to downtown. It just take everybody 1,000,000 years because we only got 2 ways to travel through the city. And we need to understand what the problem is, what the source of the problem is, and what the solution is. So we may need to do a special episode on breaking down mass transit and giving us the rail, because if I could catch the Metro Rail to downtown or South Beach, I would totally do it, or catch it to Overtown or Wynwood. Would love to do that. The parking be crazy. You got to get some time to clear about yes. You got to give some time to get clear about yes. Okay, you right about the federal government money was pushed away. Okay, thank you for confirming that. The Metro is a whole nother show. We should have a rail to Florida City. Yes, we should. We could talk about it whenever you're ready. Okay. So what else y'all said? What happened was they gave excuses. Meanwhile, Hispanics were getting support from other sources and moved like a flood. Yep. Saw that on the news. They have lots of electric buses just sitting on the yard, not being used, waste of money. You have to have a certain amount of population for ridership. That part. So that's what Mayor Cobbett said. Thank you, Denzel. Okay, because I wasn't sure. Okay, we got smart money from the federal government for the North Corridor. We need to use it. And let's give Oliver his things when it comes to that. He's been on that mass transit. He actually funded a ballot issue so that they could start like the process of it, because he needed to show that the residents wanted the rail. So I can't remember if it was this last election, 2024 or 2022, where there was a ballot issue that he supported to show, hey, people in Miami-Dade County want mass transit. So now that could serve as data to push that issue forward. So he's definitely somebody who wants mass transit. Black city. Wouldn't that be a good question for federal level attorney Rod? Not sure what it was. The money was directed to other stuff. Yeah, it was. And I think Rod, who said this? I think Rod Vereen actually brought that up on the panel when he talked about the money, because I think in his point about Kerry Meek bringing the money down for mass transit in the rail, he said that the elected officials other times, and he called out Alex Pinellas and said that they misused the money and didn't use it correctly to construct the rails. So not saying that it would have went as far as maybe county line to county line, but maybe it could have went a little bit further had they used the money correctly. So if Torch doesn't win the seat, are we thinking we may run for county mayor? Daniela won't be passing that torch. I don't know. That's a conversation that we would have to wait and see. So we should invest it in the 80s and 90s in transportation. The bus thing, agreed. Because who want to be on a hot bus? We had representation for the past 25 plus years. We are behind the 8 ball. Lord, let me get my stuff together and run for office. Let me know, Kim. You can do your announcement over here at High Low News. I think Meek Mill is. I keep calling that boy Meek Mill. I think Meek is gaining traction though. Y'all think Kendrick Meek Jr. won some votes. My grandma says over behind USA Flea, we are hearing Hialeah is trying to take over there. It's already Gustavo and Jose over there now. Yeah, they wanted to annex that area. They've been talking about that. We need to get the people from Brownsville on to talk about that because they've been trying to incorporate that area from like Brownsville area to like Robin Hood Central area, so that they could be incorporated. But I know Hialeah want part of Brownsville too, so it's a little fight over there. But if they can incorporate that area from Brownsville to Central High School area, they would be probably one of the largest Black communities in Dade County, which will be good for us. Yep, I said the same all the time. Black areas, deep dive into Dade transit. Yeah, we need to. The rail is the reason why folks mad with Keone. He promised it when we got faster, we got faster buses and more taxes. Now, did y'all get that because he couldn't secure the money to get the rail? Like, I wonder why that happened instead of the rail. Renters have no control over homes they rent. Unfortunately, when the homes are sold, they are rented to the highest bidder. Very true. The only thing running fast is Brightline now. Time for families to pack a house and not move on. We are getting a bunch of arches making traffic crazy on 395. How was that funded versus the Metro Rail? No one needs those arches. Agreed. Those arches are like, oh, can we ride on those arches? Would love to explain as well. I was there working in Congress. Okay. So you worked under Kerry Meek then, if you're talking about the transit. Yes, we do. We need to know where the money is for mass transit. Yes, we do. I want to give a shout out to all the Black schools in Liberty City and Miami Gardens for being an A school and B school district. Yes, come on, Cookie Blunt. Let's give them their shout outs. Yes, we tell us about mass transit because it's ridiculous. The history of mass transit conversations it's not about traffic, it's about connectivity. There's a lot of money being poured into building highways instead of mass transit. Good point. All I know about mass transit is all right. I gotta go back and watch this live. But before we give our final thoughts on how we feel, y'all, I just want to read all the comments. In fact, the show, they losing it. Okay. Alex Pinellas stole all that money, brought all of Opalaka. Francis got broke off too. What y'all said? Well, the money isn't used correctly. It was the outcome. Okay. Let me see. The last midterm primary election in August was 18%. That part won't work. That part. We need to show up. So we want to do our last live reads of the evening before we do our final thoughts. So let's get into this. Shout out to Senior Life. And let's get into that. Shout out to all the businesses who took advantage of our free advertising today, because we care about the people. We care about the people and we give opportunities. Let me know another outlet that would do this. Okay. So Senior Life, are you between the ages of 50 and 85 and wondering, I know Mr. Davis is. Let me start that over. Are you between the ages of 50 and 85 and wondering how your family would pay for your funeral, burial, or final expenses? My name is Natasha Jones Harris, your policy specialist with Senior Life Insurance Company. Many families don't think about final expenses until it's too late. Then the children, spouse, or loved ones are left trying to figure out how to pay for the funeral, home, light bill, and water bill, medical bills, and other expenses left behind. Final expense coverage is designed to help protect your family from that burden. The plans are affordable, the premiums are designed to stay the same, and the coverage is based on your age and health. It only takes a few minutes to see what you may qualify for. Don't wait until your family has to figure it all out alone. Call or text me today. Again, my name is Natasha Jones Harris with Senior Life Insurance Company. The Senior Life Insurance Company. Call or text 645-251-4021. Let's help protect your family before they need it. So shout out, the peace of mind starts today with Senior Life Insurance Company. Natasha, thank you for taking advantage of our free ads today. This is what a live read would look like. If you want to get a live read and advertise with us, hit me in my DMs and I will show you how to get your live read on our growing and popular podcast. And we could do this on the That Part podcast as well. So don't get it twisted. So our next live read is from Biz Kids to Print. Okay. So let's get their ad up on the screen. So you just got to give us your ad and we'll show it on the screen. Okay. So this one is cutting me off a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to read it. Kids to Print, tap in Miami. If you're looking for the ultimate custom merch provider, you need to check out Kids to Prints, the home of the $15 custom shirt. Now they are just getting started on Instagram, but don't let that fool you. Kids to Print has been a trusted community-focused business right here in Miami since 2017. With nearly a decade of experience, they know exactly how to deliver premium quality. They specialize in top-tier professional printing, from precise to direct to film to graphics, and vibrant sublimation to premium custom embroidery for tees, streetwear, banners, and stickers. Plus, if you have a sports team and a local business or a community event, they offer incredible bulk pricing. Don't settle for basic apparel. It's time to join the community and wear your story. Tap the follow button, support a long-standing local business, and lock in your next order. Call them at 786-902-2733 or slide into their DMs on Instagram at kids d and I'm saying kids. It's KDS2 Prints. That's KDS2 Prints. And let me say that again for you guys. Contact KDS2 Prints. And you can follow them on Instagram. And you could call them again at 786-902-2733. And thank you guys for taking advantage of our free live reads and our advertisement placements today. Our video ads today. You guys were able to see what it looks like if you want to advertise with High Low News. We love to support local businesses. This is our way to give back. And I want to see if y'all know of any other media outlet that would give free commercials like this. I needed a chance to test out our live reads and our advertising and our different ad stops, and this was a way for me to do it. So I appreciate y'all. So let me see the final thoughts in the comments before we log off the thing tonight. Wow. Okay, Janae, Janae, you going off on Mr. Davis. I'm just playing. I love Mr. Davis. Who's watching? Hey, what's up? Juice to Find. Let me see what you said. Juice to Find will get you right, sliding up there because I'm looking like Buddy, who sung Queen to Be on Coming to America. Terry, shut up. 80% of these issues are racial, unfortunately. Tony, come through, buddy. Love it. Yes, pass the torch like we used to do. Hey, Kimberly, are you KDS Prince? You're KDS Prince, right? So shout out to Kimberly. Yep, that is her. I see it on the screen. So that was her live read. Thanks for taking advantage of that. Y'all, this has been a fun show. We broke it down. We talked about it. We get the key together, say the things that we can say privately to each other that we can't say out in the streets. And I appreciate y'all for using my platform to do that. Y'all, please, the number got up there. We had a good number. We stayed consistently between that 70-75 range. Right now, it dropped a little bit. I know how that is when we're doing live reads, but don't do that to the advertisers because people who support us allow me to do this work. But I want to thank y'all for supporting High Low News. Make sure y'all follow us. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all share with people so we can get monetized on Facebook and YouTube. And this has been another amazing episode. Yes, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Love in the comments. The comments was on fire as always. Oh, also too, while I got y'all on the line, we actually locked in the Politics and Chill events. So they're going to be taking place the last week of August and the last week of July and the first week of August. So we're going to be doing it at the Coast Space, at We Shuckin', and at Anne-Marie Sorrell's Mosaic location in West Palm Beach. So we're doing a tri-county Politics and Chill. We're going to have our food, we're going to have our drinks, and we're going to have some private conversations that we can't have on a podcast. Like I want to ask y'all some questions behind the scenes. So I want y'all to be comfortable. I want y'all to be full. I want y'all to have a little sip. We're going to be civil. We're going to be cool, but we're going to need to have some conversations in person, and we're going to have our Politics and Chill. So I'll have the dates for you guys real soon. And we also too have our Yo, I Voted election night party pending. So I'm trying to talk to Freezy to see if we can have it at Studio 183. He dropped in my comments saying we should have something up there. So once I have that date locked in, we'll be sharing that with y'all. But I just want y'all to know that the Politics and Chill Tri-County Tour is happening the last week of July and the first week of August. The dates will be dropping soon. And I appreciate y'all for supporting. If you want to volunteer, if you want to have a business that has deal with food or decor, or if you're a Black-owned liquor brand, if you want to sponsor liquor or food, please hit me up. We will be doing trade advertising with any vendors that are working with us. So thank y'all for supporting us. And we're going to have Politics and Chill. So we want y'all to pull up. We have any YouTubes to crash. There may be some coming up. All right. Just checking out the last comments. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. I made the announcement, Tammy. I made it. So shout out to We Shuckin', shout out to CoSpace, and shout out to Anne-Marie Sorrell and the Mosaic Group for providing the venues for free. We're doing some trade advertisement with them. So like I said, if you're a business, we'll be putting details on Facebook and Instagram so you can so that you could be able to support the Politics and Chill tour. But that's gonna be a good old time. So y'all think we get it going on the podcast? It's gonna be even deeper because this stuff I will be wanting to say, but I can't say on these platforms. But we're gonna make a safe space so I can ask those questions and y'all can answer the questions and ask what y'all want to ask too. Because it's time that we have these conversations, okay? But I appreciate y'all for being nerds like me and giving a damn about local politics because this affects our lives. This is how what we vote on, our taxes, our homes, our schools. This stuff is important, and I'm glad y'all are so locked in, and I'm glad y'all appreciate and use Hello News as a vehicle to get that information. So love y'all. Hey, Auntie, shout out to Lori Tate in the comment. I've been looking for your comments all night. Hey, Auntie. Hey, Ibrave. Yes, Deuce Define. And I'm just saying, everybody, y'all out there talking. Okay. So I'll see y'all next time. This has been amazing. And Tony Terry, you've been cracking me up all night. This has been an amazing show. Y'all share with a friend, and I will see y'all next week. We'll be doing the shows now every Thursday live, committing somewhere between 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock. But I'll let y'all know ahead of time so y'all can hop on. But I appreciate y'all. This has been fun. This has been love. And yeah, y'all are amazing. Good night.